Okay, students, now the next topic, mechanism of photosynthesis. It has been found that the process photosynthesis completes involving two different phases, and they are light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction is also called light dependent phase because it is the phase of photosynthesis which depends on light. It is not carried out in the absence of light. So that is why it is considered as the light dependent phase. And the another phase is the dark reaction, or it is also called as light independent phase because this phase of photosynthesis occurs in the absence of light, or it does not require light. We should not be saying that in the absence of light. It will be more correct to say that it does not require light. So that is why it is mentioned here light independent phase. It is also called as biosynthetic phase because it is the phase of photosynthesis during which food is produced, glucose is produced. So that is why it is called as the biosynthetic phase. So first we will start with light reaction. Let us try to understand what is this light reaction, what is meant by light reaction, and what are different types of events that usually occur during this phase of photosynthesis. First important point which we need to remember is that this light reaction occurs, or the site of that reaction is thylakoid. Thylakoid, about which we have just now studied. We have just now studied about thylakoids, structure in the structure of chloroplast. So many times the question has been asked about the site of light reaction of photosynthesis. So what you need to write is thylakoid. So it is the thylakoid where light reaction usually occurs. And one more important point which we missed in structure of chloroplast is about chlorophyll pigments. Chlorophyll pigment is not scattered inside the chloroplast. It is present only inside the thylakoids. Inside the thylakoids, the spherical structures, ball-like structures are present in the thylakoids, which are called as quantasomes. And each quantasomes consists around 200 to 300 chlorophyll pigments. So from here we understand that chlorophyll pigments are present only inside the thylakoids. Now, how this light reaction is carried out? What are the events that occurs during light reaction? Let us try to understand. Now what happens is that the solar energy which travels in the form of bundles, this bundle of energy is called photons. The chlorophyll pigments. Now see, there are many different types of chlorophyll pigments about which in detail you will be learning in higher classes. In a very brief way, we can say that I can tell you that there are two main types of chlorophyll pigments, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. This chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, they form the photocenters. About photocenters and all you will be learning in high classes. Here in a very brief way you have to learn about the mechanism. So the pigments like chloropigments, major chloropigments like chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B together with other chlorophyll pigments, they form the photocenters. Okay, these photocenters are responsible for trapping the solar energy. So what happens here is that the chlorophyll pigments absorbs the solar energy. When they absorb the sufficient amount of solar energy, what they do is that they eject their electrons. And this ejected electron jumps to the higher energy level, as you can see in the figure also. It jumps to the higher energy level, and when they jump to the higher energy level, this electron, this place particularly is not permanent place, it's a temporary place. The same electron, when travels down to the lower energy level, they release the energy. And this energy which is released when the electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level is utilized for the combination of ADP and inorganic phosphate to produce ATP molecule. About the ATP molecule, you might have learned in junior classes, in class 9 also you might have learned. Okay, the full form, again you need to remember, often asked in the examination, ATP adenosine triphosphate, and then ADP adenosine diphosphate, and then IP stands for inorganic phosphate. So for the combination, in order to produce ATP molecule, ADP and inorganic phosphate must combine. And for the combination of these ADP and inorganic phosphate, energy is required. That energy comes when electrons from higher energy level jumps to the lower energy level. And the same energy is utilized in combining ATP and inorganic phosphate to produce ATP. This process of production of ATP in the presence of sunlight by the combination of ATP and inorganic phosphate is called photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation. Okay, photophosphorylation. So if you are asked about what is photophosphorylation, all the details may not be asked to you. The simple small terms may be asked, mostly asked in the examination. So what is photophosphorylation? If you are asked, you need to say that the process of formation of ATP by the combination of ADP and inorganic phosphate is called photophosphorylation reaction. The term photo has been used here because this process is taking place in the presence of sunlight. Now, so this is the first thing which happens, which occurs during the light reaction. Now next, the water, which is usually used in the process of photosynthesis. Now what happens to this water? The water molecule, what they do is that they split up and thereby they produce hydrogen ion and they emit electrons and then oxygen is evolved. Now see here, the electron which is produced by the splitting of water molecule in the presence of sunlight, you must write here sunlight, in the presence of sunlight. Okay, the process of splitting of water molecule in the presence of sunlight into hydrogen ion, electron with evolution of oxygen gas is what we call photolysis. And this term has been asked to define in the examination for many times. Okay, so this is again very important. So these terms are usually asked in the examination. Whole mechanism may not be asked. Okay, so the electron which is being produced here, okay, again is taken up by which one? By the chlorophyll pigments. Before, when they lose electron, they got oxidized. Now, after receiving this electron, again they get reduced and come back to their original state. So, and then the hydrogen ion which is produced here, is picked up by again another compound called NADP. The full form is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Okay, and thereby they produce another compound called NADPH. Okay, they have like the reducing power. Okay, they help in reducing carbon dioxide to produce glucose molecule during another phase, that is dark phase. Okay, about which we'll discuss later. Okay, so from here what we understand is that during light reaction, okay, how many different products are produced? End products. So you may be also asked about the end products of light reaction. End products. So how many products are produced first? ATP is produced. Okay, the energy ATP is also called as energy currency, about which you might have learned in junior classes. ATP is produced. The energy in the form of ATP is produced. The reducing power NADPH is produced. Okay, and then oxygen gas is evolved. Now in this process, we can understand that one more important point we need to note down is that the oxygen which is produced during the process of photosynthesis is not by the splitting of carbon dioxide, it is by the splitting of water molecule. So this point also we need to remember. Okay. Okay. So if you are asked to define light reaction, how to define light reaction? So light reaction is the phase of photosynthesis during which solar energy is trapped by chlorophyll pigments to produce the energy in the form of ATP molecule and the reducing power in the form of NADPH. So one more important point which you need to remember is that the site of light reaction. Light reaction always occurs in the thylakoid.